Read to move toward the better. Reading is one of the simplest yet most powerful actions a person can take to transform their life. The phrase, read to move toward the better, reminds us that every page we turn has the potential to move us closer to wisdom, understanding, and self-improvement. In a world filled with distractions and noise, reading remains a quiet revolution, a way to cultivate our minds, strengthen our empathy, and guide our steps toward a better version of ourselves. To read is to travel without leaving our seat. Books carry us across time and culture, allowing us to see the world through the eyes of others. When we read about people who lived hundreds of years ago, or who come from backgrounds vastly different from our own, we expand our understanding of humanity. This expansion of the mind helps us become more compassionate and more thoughtful. It teaches us that our way is not the only way, and that the world is larger, more complex, and more beautiful than we might have imagined. In that sense, reading is not merely entertainment. It is an education of the heart. Reading also sharpens our intellect. Every sentence we absorb helps us learn new words, ideas, and patterns of thought. Whether we are studying science, philosophy, or fiction, the act of reading strengthens our ability to reason and communicate. It trains our brains to focus, to analyze, and to draw connections between ideas. People who read regularly often find themselves better equipped to express their opinions clearly, to solve problems creatively, and to make wiser decisions. That is what it means to move toward the better, to become more capable, more aware, and more resilient through the power of knowledge. In the digital age, attention has become one of the rarest resources. Our devices constantly compete for it. With social media feeds, short videos, and endless notifications. Reading, on the other hand, demands patience and stillness. It asks us to slow down and give our full attention to the words before us. This discipline of focus is in itself an act of self-improvement. When we read deeply, we practice mindfulness. We learn how to stay present, how to resist distraction, and how to connect with meaning. These habits extend beyond the page into our daily lives, helping us work more effectively, listen more carefully, and think more clearly. Another profound benefit of reading is emotional growth. Great literature has the ability to mirror our own struggles and joys. Through stories, we experience love, loss, courage, and redemption. We see characters face moral dilemmas and make choices that reveal what it means to be human. When we identify with those characters, we often gain insight into our own emotions and motivations. Reading helps us process feelings we might not even realize we have, guiding us toward healing and self-understanding. In this way, books become silent companions that walk with us through the journey of life. Moreover, reading can inspire action. History is filled with leaders, inventors, and dreamers who were shaped by the books they read. A single idea encountered in a book can ignite a lifetime of purpose. For example, a student reading about environmental science may decide to dedicate her career to protecting the planet. A young reader inspired by a novel about courage may find the strength to speak up against injustice. The influence of reading extends far beyond personal growth. It can lead to collective progress, building communities and societies that are wiser, fairer, and more compassionate. Reading is also an act of freedom. In many parts of the world, access to knowledge has been restricted, and people have risked their lives to read or to teach others to read. Literacy empowers individuals to question, to think, and to dream. It breaks the chains of ignorance and oppression. When we read, we exercise our right to understand the world and to shape our own destiny. That is why education systems everywhere emphasize reading, because it is the foundation of all learning and all progress. To move toward the better does not mean striving for perfection. It means choosing growth over stagnation, curiosity over complacency, and understanding over ignorance. Reading nurtures all these qualities. Each book we finish leaves a subtle mark on our thinking, shaping our worldview little by little. Over time, those small shifts accumulate into transformation. The stories we read, the ideas we encounter, and the truths we discover all become part of who we are. In the end, read to move toward the better is not just advice. It is a philosophy of life. It reminds us that improvement begins with awareness, and that awareness begins with learning. Every time we open a book, we are opening a door to new knowledge, new empathy, and new possibilities. Whether we read to understand the world, to escape from it, or to imagine a better one, the act itself propels us forward.